Yo, we got Lego Transformers Dark of the Moon Dino in the building.
Ooh. Let's go.
On the ground, per favore, and stay there.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Say here. Let's get right into it.
Wow.
Okay, and now here we have Dino in his robot mode, and he transforms into a red Ferrari 458. Now, unfortunately, Dino didn't have much screen time in that Transformers Dark of the Moon movie, but of the screen time that he did have, he was definitely putting in that work. More specifically, I'm talking about that epic highway chase scene that featured those 3 Decepticon robots and B, Sentinel, Sideswipe, and Dino. Because honestly, when I first saw the scene start to play out, I thought it was just gonna be B and Sideswipe that turned up. But nah, bro, these dudes transformed and my man's Dino said, oh word? I bet. Transforms, throws out some whiplash chain joints and attaches them to the dog transformer and throws him onto the other side of the highway and rips his head off. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he ain't have much screen time, but he really ain't about them games, bruh. On a side note though, if you ain't about them games and you would like to share your Lego Transformer or Lego Mech builds, you should definitely pop into my Lego Mech Facebook group and post your work. Okay, and as for a size comparison, here we have Dino next to Studio Series Transformers Age of Extinction Galvatron. And then here he is next to a minifigure. And then here he is next to your average cell phone, which is about 6 inches. So that brings Dino here up to about 8.5 inches in his robot mode, which is the standard size for my car Transformers now. So pretty much every car Transformer on the channel here is about 8.5 inches. So if I skip the size comparison that video, just assume that's the size, because they all use the same car frame and it gets a little bit redundant doing a size comparison every video. Okay, I think we need to talk about this head sculpt right here, because is it just me or is this head sculpt not fire, bruh? No, but seriously, is it just me? Because sometimes I make stuff and I think it's fire and it's actually not fire. So let me know if it's me, because I'll fall back. You feel me? Like, I'll rewind right quick. Nah, you got it, bro. It's fire. It's definitely fire this time. Okay, no, I appreciate that, because... Okay, so like I was saying, head sculpt looking pretty fire. For me though, it's definitely this 1x3 angled plate piece here that really brings the face together, because the way it's placed over the eye sockets actually turn the eyes into triangles, and it really helps simulate that angry or fearsome look that Dino sports in the movie.
Oh.
And this is a piece that I'll commonly use when it comes to displaying that emotion of anger or fierceness within the faces of my Lego Transformers. However, it doesn't work in every case. For example, in the case of Optimus Primal here, his ape face is shaped so differently that I had to use this double-sided curved slope piece to help give him that emotion of fierceness or anger. And in the case of Bumblebee Movie Dropkick, I had to use an inverted curved version of the piece and turn it upside down to help change the shape of his eyes and give him that same look. So this is why now I just buy random pieces in bulk off eBay. Like before, I used to buy specific pieces in bulk so that I could build specific Transformers, but sometimes I'll just buy a random assortment of pieces because there's pieces in there that you would never think you would need to use that you can actually use in a lot of different situations. Now, as for the stability on Dino here is actually looking pretty good, despite the fact he's got a little backpack action going. And honestly, this is one of the better backs when it comes to my car Transformer builds. Not that I really care about the backs too much anyway. I just like to show you guys a glimpse just so you see what's really going on the back of my builds here. On a side note though, if you guys are interested in having me build your favorite Lego Transformers or Lego Mechs and reviewing them on the channel here, consider becoming a Super Say. The membership link for that is in the description. And if you guys are interested in buying some instructions to some of my non-transformable smaller mocks, those are available on my Rebrickable page, so the link for that is in the description as well. Okay, now let's talk about this weaponry here. So here we have Dino featuring his dual arm blades, and honestly, these were some of the easiest weapons to create. I pretty much just combined two different Bionicle blades using some Technic pieces and slapped them on the outside of his forearms. But man, do these blades look epic. Now I do wish that I had the Bionicle blades available in a darker shade of black just to make them more movie accurate, but not the end of the world. And bro, don't tell me after I told you guys that whole story in the beginning of how Dino puts in work, you really thought I wasn't gonna give him the dual whiplashes. We came ready this video. Now the build time on Dino here is really not too crazy. It took me about 5 or 6 hours to finish this guy, and that's really just because I didn't have to build him from scratch. This is just a revamped version of my previous build, which was Transformers Age of Extinction Stinger. So all I really had to do was re-detail the legs a little bit, recolor the arms a little bit, redesign the front portion of his chest, and give him a brand new head sculpt.
Nice.
Now, designing the head sculpt was definitely the most difficult part out of all of those things that I mentioned. But honestly, that's usually the case when it comes to building my Lego Transformers. However, if you guys are interested in seeing that Transformers Age of Extinction Stinger build, I'll leave the link to that video at the end of this one. But before you go check that video out, let me know in the comments, is it just me? Or was Sentinel Prime's Rust Gun just a little bit OP in that Transformers Dark of the Moon movie? Just a little bit. Because that joint could one-hit KO anybody, bro. Like, come on with that now, man.